misleader.
We've got the Milwaukee Bucks and the Los Angeles Clippers. We're all set to bring you NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Beard. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sideline. And the dunk by Zubac.
Love to see Zubac attacking the rim, staying involved offensively.
And Zubac has proven that, Brent, there's still a place in the league for old school centers.
Well, I think he plays, Kevin, with a combination of talent around him that allows him to situate himself right where he needs to be. Impactful around the basket, a huge rebounding presence, a guy that brings some physicality, and he's been in a perfect slot to show why it is he's such a valuable NBA player.
Harden, no good.
I saw a green light there, but he's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing that near 7-foot frame.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Now here's Harden. Shoots over Lillard. Harden can't hit.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
To the middle. There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin. I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
Here's Harden. Outside Leonard. From the arc. Prince grabs the miss. And Prince has got the ball here for the Bucks. It's a three-point game. The kick out to Lopez. Bucks passing it around. Shot clock at 6. And it's Giannis missing. Here's the Clippers. Done with it. Started now by Prince. And done with the slam.
Well, Leonard drawing all the attention there. That's opening up some passing lanes, and guys are finding seams.
Pass to Lopez. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Timeout. Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Here's Harden. That one goes in.
And Harden will put you on some skates if you aren't careful.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Lillard from outside. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Clippers. They trail by 1. And for about a decade, the Bucks had virtually been a lock for the playoffs.
Yeah, you think about Giannis being drafted in 2013, and absolutely nobody saw what was coming with him. He missed the playoffs in his first and his third year, and then all of a sudden, Giannis fully arrived. He's developed into a star, not just a star, but a superstar. And these guys have been contenders ever since.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, Tyronn Lue and I had a few minutes to share talking about Damian Lillard. Coach admitted they're zoned in with slowing him down. Coach said we know how dangerous he can be. Now we're prepared to mix it up and throw different defenders at him if possible. We don't want him to find his comfort zone. A difficult strategy to pull off. Guys?
Thank you, David. Shot clock at 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Not easy to keep Bobby Portis away from the painted area where he carves out a lot of room and just works hard.
Harden's shot is off.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Now, here's Portis. Lillard outside. Shoots over Powell. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Pass to Harden. Back to Powell. Harden with it. Covered by Lillard. Here's Powell. Harden looking it over. Here's the three. Good on the three-point shot. Harden's got 5.
Well, you better be right up on James Harden, or else he's going to bury these threes, and he will do it in bunches.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock, and that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the first one drops.
You love Lillard because he loves the game, and this is a guy who just wants to be out there. He wants the ball in the hands, and he tries not to get caught up in all the drama that happens around the game. It's 100% focused on it.
Harden with it. 5 points in the game. Pulls from the top of the key. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Bucks lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bucks.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
Trent up top, and it's the Clippers with the rebound.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And here's Bogdanovich. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Pass to Portis. Back to Trent. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And here's Green outside. Powell, no one around him. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And so it's Milwaukee with it. Giannis outside. Puts it up from 15. And the shot no good, a bit short. Right side Simmons. Pass to Jones. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
And that's really just smart basketball. You send a poor foul shooter to the line.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And Brent, when you talk about the best player in the league, Giannis has got to be in that conversation, correct?
Yeah, there's no doubt, Kevin. I mean, the numbers he puts up are incredible. It's how easily he dominates a game and just how unstoppable of a force he is. You know, there's so many teams out there trying to find answers for what Giannis is doing to them offensively, but how do you equip a defense to slow down the force that is Giannis Antetokounmpo? Well, he's an accurate shooter and has some great confidence. Bogdanovich with a beauty.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. trail by 3. Now here's Giannis. 5 points in the game. Off target from three-point range.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Outside, Bogdanovic. Shoots over Kuzma. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Here's Milwaukee now. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter. And finished off by Porter.
Serious hops from Porter on that one, slamming it down with authority.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Here's Bogdanovic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Well, Bogdanovic being a little bit crafty there, knowing the defense was closing in on him, and drew the contact.
Brent, when you talk about the Clippers franchise, and you appreciate this so much, their first superstar was really Bob McAdoo.
And what a tremendous talent. You know, most people remember Bob McAdoo with his years with the Lakers. But, man, when he was with the Buffalo Braves, 3 straight scoring titles, was the league MVP in 1975. Sorry, Dad. Some people still consider him the club's best player ever.
Here's Simmons. Rebound, Milwaukee. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here is Porter. Down low. And to Kumbo.
Not much a defender can do against Giannis there.
And Simmons has got the ball here for the Clippers. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Bogdanovic, that's for 2. And again, no good by the Clippers. Milwaukee in the lead. Outside, Porter. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Nice to see Porter Jr. get aggressive, not settle for a J, and take it into the defense.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. No good on that one. Now, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
From deep Harden, Green with the rebound.
Well, that's a shot right there he's going to hit 9 times out of 10. We just saw the 10% he doesn't make.
On the wing, Porter. To the inside. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Green. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Harden outside. Over Porter. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. The Bucks on top. They're up by 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And that one's good. Lillard.
Great concentration in close. Damian Lillard, an effective 3-level scorer.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, Brook Lopez started off, of course, as a post scorer, but he's completely reshaped his game over time. becoming a three-point threat and a defensive stopper. He said, I tried to focus more on being a pillar at the defensive end, someone my teammates can rely on. I'm always talking in the paint, letting them know I'm there to back them up. Kevin?
He's got great communication skills, David. Thanks for the report. And when you look at the career of Kyle Kuzma, he has played, Brent, various roles.
Yeah, Kevin, different spots and different things that have been asked of him by different coaches in different systems. So, six-man, spot-up shooter, go-to scorer. It speaks a lot to his adaptability. Hopefully he'll settle in and become the player that he knows confidently he is.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
Typically, it takes Giannis one stride to get where he wants to go, and in that one stride, he's covering so much ground, you can't keep up with him.
Nailed from three-point land.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Antetokounmpo converts inside.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Bucks leading by 5. Rebound by the Clippers. Now Powell. Outside Leonard. Pass to Dunn. Tipped away. Here's Harden on the wing. Again, the miss by Harden.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Kuz loves those inside shots, and he's working hard to find them.
Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
Substitution on the court.
Greg, looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
Smart and aggressive, Lillard repeatedly dominating the pick-and-roll set.
Harden gets the bucket.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Pass to Prince. Giannis, that's a two-pointer. And it's James Harden with the rebound. Clippers trail by 6. Leonard with no one around. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
The three from Harden. The rebound by Prince. And so it's Prince with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. .52 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Giannis right side. Can't connect from 14 feet out. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Here's Bogdanovich. Money from the wing. Bogdanovich has got 8 points.
Well, Bogdanovich is a shooter, and he's got good feel from the mid-range.
Antetokounmpo. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through.
Guy who's all about team, Zubac. Very unselfish.
Prince, right side. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And he can't get the first one.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely.
That's a strange trip because typically he's pretty much money from there.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
Kevin Porter Jr.
Clippers trail by 3. Harden with it. He's got 14. Pulls it from the elbow. Oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Yeah, it's almost like he's playing with the wristwatch there. He knew the time.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And it's the Clippers' ball. It's a one-point game. Here's Simmons. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. To take the lead. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but when it gets close, he's getting the ball.
Powers through inside, Giannis.
Every aspect of Giannis' game showing tonight. Just unreal.
That's slammed in by Jones. There is just no way to tell who is going to pull this one out.
When you've had this many lead changes, you're looking to see which one of those plays is going to be a momentum swing.
Against contact, Giannis Antetokounmpo forces it through.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
Milwaukee in the lead. From past the arc, Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
That's his first.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Los Angeles.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the three ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
Rollins with the bucket.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Here's Bogdanovich. Rebound, Milwaukee. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Pass to Portis. And stolen by Simmons. Bogdanovich wide open. Hits it from three-point range. Bogdanovich has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Great shooting off the pass. Get the feet set. Good balance. Bogdanovich dangerous.
Here's Giannis. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Yeah, crucial basket there. And as long as they've got that mismatch, big on small, they've got to take advantage.
The more that you level up in the game of basketball, it becomes about the matchups, identifying the weakest link, and then exploiting it.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Bogdanovich showing how much he believes in himself right there.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Both teams will make substitutions. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. Coach was really hyping up his guys. He told them, this is what it's all about, fellas. You're in this spot for a reason. Go out and take this win. See if they can follow those instructions, guys.
All right, David, thanks.
And that is what you need in big moments. Lillard's a strong leader with competitive drive. Bingo.
And here's Harden for three. They get the rebound. The three ball. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Tries it again, and he sinks the layup.
And you expect Harden to come through in big moments. Such a talented offensive player. Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Lillard, right side. And the rejection by Zubac.
Terrific defense from Zubac. His team relies on him to help alter shots.
A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Trains it from beyond the arc.
And Portis attacking with some confidence. That's in his range.
It's Bogdanovic on the wing. Back to Harden. They get a hand on it. And stolen by Lillard. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Trent with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovic. Three-pointer, Lillard. The rebound by Harden.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Both teams deciding to change it up. So it's the Clippers now, leading by 5.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here. No time to waste on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
Yeah, easy call.
First personal foul. First team foul.
First free throw is good, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a one-possession game.
Oh, Norman Powell, cool under pressure and delivers.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Antetokounmpo. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And so they foul